Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be movie review of Black Phone 2. Now, this review is kind of long overdue, but the reason is, the reason why it took me so long to get this review out is actually I forgot that I actually reviewed the original Black Phone on my channel. And here's the deal with that. So, I reviewed the original Black Phone 3 years ago when the original Black Phone came out, and I reviewed it a month after the movie came out. And mistakenly, we're having the same coincidence here because it's been like 3 weeks since I have watched the movie. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry this review is so late. I should have probably reviewed it the day I seen it, but I actually forgot that I reviewed the original Black Phone on the channel. Like, that was like 3 years ago, and I got over 2,800 videos on the channel, so I forgot I reviewed it. But when I found out that I reviewed the original Black Phone, I was like, I gotta do a review of the Black Phone 2 on my channel because I have seen the Black Phone 2 and I did review the original Black Phone on the channel, so I should give it a review on the channel. Also, I found out about this while I was doing my research for my movie review of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein 2025, the best horror movie of 2025. So that's also how I found out about me reviewing the original Black Phone on the channel. So, like I said, I've reviewed the original Black Phone. I watched that movie with my cousin Amanda and her husband John a month after the movie came out, and I did a review. And I have reviewed this. I have watched this movie 3 weeks ago. I watched it the same day it came out. I was actually able to go see the Black Phone 2 in theaters. So, thank you to my cousin Amanda and her husband John for going to see the movie with me and taking me to go see the movie. We actually went to go see the movie for my cousin Amanda's birthday. So, happy belated birthday to my cousin Amanda, even though this is coming out 3 weeks after her birthday, and this review should have probably happened the day that I watched the movie. So, this is my movie review of The Black Phone 2. So, the first release date of this movie is September 20th of 2025, and that was at the Fantastic Fest, which is a film festival. But the release date that it came out in theaters, the theatrical release date, was October 17th of 2025, and that is the day that I did go see the movie. I did go see the movie on the day that it came out in theaters. Like I said earlier, I went with my cousin Amanda and her husband John, and we all watched the movie together. The movie is an hour and 54 minutes long, or 114 minutes. This movie is actually 11 minutes longer than the actual Black Phone. The budget for this movie was $30 million, and it got a box office of $111 million, which is a $81 million box office draw, so they made $81 million back in the box office. So, what is the movie about? The movie is about bad dreams haunt 15-year-old Gwen as she receives calls from the Black Phone and sees sees disturbing visions of three boys being stalked at a winter camp. Accompanied by her brother Finn, they head to the camp to solve the mystery to until they confront the grabber, a killer grown even more powerful in depth. So I had my reservations before watching this movie. I was really scared that The Black Phone, the sequel to this, The Black Phone 2, I had my reservations for it, and I was really scared that it was going to be a bad sequel. It was going to be bad, and it was not going to be very good. But, you know what? It was good. It actually made my top 10 horror movies for 2025. Currently, it's at number 6. So it was a good movie. It was a good movie. The story was good. Now, the grabber in this movie is kind of like a Freddy Krueger type character where he can kill people in dreams. Now, this is because this is because the grabber becomes supernatural in this movie. So in the first movie, he was obviously a human and he gets killed by Finn in that movie, but in this movie, he becomes supernatural and he's stuck in between being alive and being in purgatory. And that's why he tries to kill Finn and Gwen in this dream-like state. And even before watching the movie, there was an article that I read about the movie saying that the grabber is going to feel like Freddy Krueger in this movie. And he absolutely did. Now, as for the ending was good too. I feel like the ending of Black Phone 2 was actually a really good way to end off the series. I was not the biggest prospect of having this movie becoming a franchise, but I thought the ending was good, and it was a good way to end off the series if they did wanted to end it there. Because they basically put down the grabber. They make sure he doesn't come back. But obviously, if they do make a sequel, then he is going to come back. But like I said, I did have my reservations about the story, and I did have my reservations about the ending. Because before the movie even came out, I was thinking, what are they going to do with the Black Phone 2? Because the original Black Phone is based off a short story written by Stephen King's son, Joe Hill. And I was like, well, that story is based off a short story, and that is fairly accurate to the short story. But this Black Phone 2 is actually going to be a sequel, and there is no sequel to the Black Phone. So they're going to have to entirely come up with a new story. And Joe Hill and Scott Derrickson and Ethan Hawke came up with a good story for this movie. So I thought the story was good, and I thought the ending was good. Most of the original cast from the first movie came back. They got the same actor for Finn. They got the same actor for Gwen. They got the same actor for the father of Finn and Gwen. And then a bunch of new characters that are in the movie. So I thought they did a good job with casting, and the actors were good. The cinematography was good as well, and the music was good. So, yeah, that's my overall thoughts on the movie. So Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 7 out of 10 based on 177 critics, and the reviews were positive. IMBD gave it a 6 out of 10. Fandango gave it an 8 out of 10. Letterboxd gave it a 6 out of 10. Metacritic gave it a 6 out of 10 based on 37 critics, and the reviews are generally favorable and positive for this movie. And the average reviews out of this movie are 7 out of 10. And obviously, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. Now, comparing it to the first movie was really hard. I feel like I liked the first movie a little bit more than the sequel. But I told people this. I told my cousin Amanda. I told her husband John. I was like, I feel like The Black Phone 2 is a good sequel, and I do like it a little bit more than the original Black Phone, but I still think The Black Phone is a good movie, and it's a very faithful adaptation to the original short story. So I was like, I think with time I will like The Black Phone 2 more, but as of right now, I think The Black Phone 2 is a better movie than Black Phone. I think it's slightly better. It's slightly better. It's slightly better. If I had to give Black Phone out of 10 and the Black Phone 2 out of 10, the original Black Phone is a 7 out of 10, and Black Phone 2 is a 7 out of 10. But because I think the Black Phone 2 is slightly better, I would give the Black Phone 2 a 7.3 out of 10. Not enough for a 7.5, but not enough to be tied with the original Black Phone. So, 7 out of 10, but 7.3. And Ethan Hawke, Joe Hill, and Scott Derrickson have expressed interest in a third film. So it has been confirmed that a third Black Phone is in development right now, Black Phone 3. And I was kind of shocked that they were going to do a Black Phone 3 because I felt like the Black Phone 2 was a good sequel to the Black Phone, and I feel like how they ended off the Black Phone 2 was, I felt like it was a good way to end it off, a good way to end the series. I don't want the Black Phone to become a franchise, and that's not because I don't think it's going to be a good franchise, but I don't want it to become a franchise because I know once they start doing a bunch of movies like this, they're going to start running out of ideas, and the franchise is going to become repetitive. So I hope that does not happen, but we'll see. But a Black Phone 3 is in development, and it's probably going to come out probably either 2028 or 2029. The original Black Phone came out in 2022, and this came out in 2025. So we're looking at a release date for either 2028 or 2029. But overall, I think The Black Phone 2 is a good movie. It's in my top 10 of horror movies this year at number 6. I give it a 7.3 out of 10. Originally a 7. And yeah, it's a good movie, so I recommend it. Go watch The Black Phone 2. And that is movie review of Black Phone 2. And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.